Okay, mic check. There are traders who blow up their trading account that don't have a plan. They're destined to fail anyways. But then there are traders who blow up their trading account. They have a trading plan. They just can't follow their trading plan. They can't stick to it. Well, in this video, I'm going to discuss self-programming. This is the most critical aspect of rebuilding and recovering from a trading blowup. Why? Well, this part is going to teach you how to anchor and tether your objectives deep into your subconscious mind. Why your subconscious mind? Because it is your automatic choosing mechanism. Choice, shape, shifts destiny. The choices you make determines the circumstances you experience. So you blew up your account. That means you made a series of choices, aka trades, that did not result in the circumstance that you are happy with. That's why you are, you blow up. You don't have any money right now, right? So you made different choices that result in your circumstance. To get a different set of circumstances, you need to make different set of choices. The thing with choice is that choice is very, very difficult if you're not aware of how many choices you actually make in a single day. We make over 30,000 choices in a single day. And a lot of these choices are unconscious to us. We are unaware that we're constantly choosing, because we have like this intrusive thinking mechanism that is constantly popping up impulsive thoughts, impulsive ideas in our heads while we go out throughout the day. Everybody has it. Um, some have they're more under control than others. But this intrusive thinking mechanism, this is the bane of your creativity. So like when you're in the shower and you get a brilliant set of ideas in the shower, like that's your intrusive thinking just popping into your head and inspiring you, um you know, with a thought. If you've been struggling with a problem and you've been, you know, reveling it, wrestling with it in your mind, um and one day you just on a casual walk and then the solution pops up into your mind. Well, that's your intrusive thinking mechanism. Well, that same mechanism is a gift and it is also a curse, because while you're in the midst of your trades, there are going to be tickers, stocks, options, whatever you're trading, futures, they're going to be things that are moving and it's going to get your attention and it's going to rouse up your fear or your greed. And in that, these intrusive, "Ooh, maybe I could trade this, or maybe I should widen my stop." Like those thoughts that pop up into your mind, unconscious, right? Those little, when the moment you entertain those thoughts, they deviate you from your plan. So you move totally away from from your plan, and you end up drifting. That's called thesis drift in the world of investing. You start drifting and deviating away from your plan, and before long, do you even have a plan? And so self-programming is very, very important. The first step into actually quality self-programming is you need to establish a strong enough trading plan that has positive expectancy. If you self-program a plan that has negative expectancy, you're only going to lose money. You don't trade things that have negative expectancy. And that's the hardest thing well, it's easier said than done, I should say. Excuse me. So, what is self-programming? Well, the basis of self-programming starts with the concept, the idea, the core understanding that nothing can fight a thought except for another thought. And the only way that you can fight another thought is if it occupies that space in your mind, because it is very difficult to hold two thoughts in your head at the same time. So, for instance, if I say, take a look at this pink elephant, now don't think about a pink elephant. As long as your eyes are looking at a pink elephant, as long as you see, hear a pink elephant, it's going to be very difficult for you not to think about it because it's all right there in your face. Now, if I show you a purple gorilla and I say, hey, Don't think about a pink elephant. It's so much easier to not think about a pink elephant and easily think about a purple gorilla because that's what's in your face right there, right then and there. All your senses, all your thinking, your focus right there. You're in the moment. You're being very intentional about what you're focusing your mind on. And that right there is the basis of self-programming, high repetition of your trading plan. So basically, you record your trading plan, and first you write it down. Then you read what you wrote down in audio form, and then you play back that audio form over and over and over to yourself over duration of many, many months, many, many years. Um, and what that's going to do is going to allow it to sink deep into your subconscious mind so that when you're in the midst of your trades, your thinking mechanism, it's only going to pop up your actual plan because while you're in your trades, you have you have already done the prep work to mentally in high repetition mantra your plan. So you know exactly what you're gonna do. So when the market punches you in the face, you stick to your plan. You don't like, everything goes out the window. You don't allow that to happen. You stay focused. That's why it's so critical for self-programming. You must program yourself. And if you struggle with sticking to a plan, getting to your goals, reaching your objectives, it's because you drift. One minute you're doing this strategy, the next thing you're doing that strategy. And so it's very, very important to write down your plan and listen to your plan every day. This is what I personally do. I wake up in the morning and I listen. My plan it's like 6 minutes long, and I just listen to it back to back to back for 30 minutes. If you're on your way to work, that could be the first thing, listen that you have. And it's you talking to yourself. And you are your best self-programmer. You could listen to YouTubers, you could follow trading gurus, you could be inspired by so many other people. But when it comes time to get yourself to do the things that you need to do, you need to hear yourself tell yourself what you need to do on a regular basis every single day. Because to get to your goals, it's uh you have to consistently make the you have to consistently choose your goal. So what do I mean by that? You open up a chart, there's three tickers available. You already had a plan to trade this ticker. Guess what? If you choose a different stock than the one that you plan to trade, you just chose something else. You just chose a different goal than what you preordained. And that's a problem. That's why you could find it very difficult to reach your objectives, to reach your goals, because you keep choosing automatically without thinking, because your intrusive thinking mechanism keeps interrupting your conscious mind and you're drifting away. The moment the market opens, fear and greed blind you. Well, guess what? You can anchor and tether your plan, anchor and tether your strategy by high repetition. But you have to do it properly because you can burn yourself out of listening to the same thing over and over to a point where it becomes, ineffective. But that's why it's important to follow the protocol. This is a core teaching of the blow up recovery protocol.